All right, I'm going to demonstrate how to do analysis assignment number 6. There'll probably be numerous videos because this assignment is so big I can't fit it in to 15 minutes. So we'll just try to do it piece by piece. And I'll also probably mess up a lot because in this assignment it's really easy to just make a minor mistake. So all this stuff at the beginning, it's pretty, it's good to read through. But when we come to number 1, he just wants us to create a dummy variables, and then this information is really important because it tells us which dummy variables um, to delete. Usually I work with a different data set, but for the beginning here I'm actually going to work with the assignment 6 data set. So looking at what we did in class and then looking at the worksheet that he gave us on Blackboard. So the worksheet for assignment 6, it's a bit different. So what I thought would be easy is set up a worksheet to be exactly like what he did in class. So I think he called it automated individual conjoint. Um, and then this is the data set that we worked in class. So I'm just going to copy this conjoint graph over. And then just delete the dummy variables. So then jumping back to what we have to do. So we have 16 profiles, so that's good. And then I'm just going to copy these over too, because it'll also be easier. All right, so you can already see it like didn't copy over exactly right, so I'm going to try that again. And this time I'm going to use, when I paste, I'm going to use this thing, paste special. All right, so that works. So our dummy variables, first we're going to have black and white, color, 3 ppm, 8 ppm. Oh, we actually had 6 ppm. Price. Create a few more. And then just all the brands. I think I got all the brands. Okay. Then I'm just going to go ahead and create my dummy variables. Oh, that didn't work. So I'm gonna guess you guys know how to make dummy variables. I'm just gonna jump ahead. And so here are my dummy variables. Plus, remember, looking here, we know this is what's gonna make up um, kind of the worst case scenario. So we want to delete all these dummy variables, and that'll create our intercept. And so simply got rid of, what they told us, black and white, 3 ppm, 299, and Xerox. Um, and so this should be our dummy variables. I had to black out some of it. Um, and I'm just going to delete these because I no longer need them. Um, one thing, if you guys use if statements and you delete these, it might mess everything up. So all you have to do is, you know, copy them, copy your dummy variables, and just repaste them as values, and then they'll be hard coded in. Anyway, it's just a suggestion. So we want to get rid of these, and we'll move on to our next step. So looking at his sheet from class, we just have to copy over these ratings for our different profiles, which is given to us on our sheet just right here. So I'm just gonna copy all these over. And I actually just want to make it look exactly like his sheet. Okay. So we copied our profiles over. So then that'll let us do the next step, which is a bit tricky. And it's what we did in class. It's this regression results. So I'm just going to copy over this top part. Okay. Now the trick here is that we have to put in the titles of our dummy variables, and we have to do them the exact opposite as they appear here. Um, so when we copy them over, we just go backwards. Okay, looking at his sheet, I can see I made a tiny mistake. I want these to line up just right, which isn't the case on this sheet. So I'm just gonna okay. Alright, so let's get this a shot. So we go equals linest transpose, and oop, I already made a mistake. Okay, gotta make sure that we highlight every single cell. Then we start with the code. Transpose, and you want to take your first respondent. Do not include this first column, the respondent column, comma, Then you want all your dummy variables, lock them in, comma, true, comma, false. And hopefully this works. And then before we hit enter, we actually hit Control Shift Enter. And it didn't work. Awesome. Okay, I figured out what I did wrong, and it was really lame. So starting over. Okay, so highlight every single cell. Equals. Then I'm going to highlight the first row, not including the respondent. Then close your parentheses. That's what I didn't do last time, and it messed everything up. Then highlight all your dummy variables. Hit F4 to lock them in, comma, true, comma, false. Close parentheses, but don't press enter. We press Control Shift Enter, and we got it. Then all you have to do is copy them down, and that should work. Alright, so to finalize this first step, we have our dummy variables, we copied over our profile numbers, and then we did just the function. So looking back here, number one, you just copy and paste in your dummy variable. Okay, number 2A, there's kind of two different ways you can do it. Jumping back here, so if you go down, you know how we have different respondents, go down to profile 25 and scroll over. In these regression results, these are all your coefficients. You could also copy over these ratings. If you copy over, do a paste special, transpose. You could run regression again. You go to data analysis, regression. Then your Y are just these ratings. And then your X range is just all your dummy variables, which I can't even tell if I'm highlighting them all. But it's essentially, make sure, if you have labels, hit labels. It's essentially what you did for the last assignment. And you can actually check your answer to see if your regression output has the same coefficients as what you got in here. And so for answer A, you just copy and paste in your coefficient results. Like I said, you could get those results from two places. You can get it from these regression results, or you could rerun the regression using the data analysis tool pack in Excel. Interpret the coefficient for colors. In layman terms, it's pretty self-explanatory. Just looking at, you know, 25th individual, look at their color score, and just explain what it means.